So we're here in the Silicon Valley in Cupertino, and who are you?
Hi, my name is Ravi Gundlapalli. I'm the founder and CEO of MentorCloud.
So what is MentorCloud?
So MentorCloud is a global mentoring network. I come from a supply chain background, and it's about addressing the supply-demand matching of expertise, connecting people with expertise with those looking for it across borders, and truly allowing people anywhere in the world to be successful when they get in touch with the right mentors and the right resources.
So especially here, for example, in Silicon Valley, a lot of the companies, when they have new employees, they pair them up with mentors, and then they learn how to do their business.
Exactly. It's extremely important because it's not enough just to hire the right people. You got to learn how to grow them, how to accelerate their skills, how to engage them very quickly and align them with your core corporate culture. The faster you do it, the more competitive your workforce becomes. And so last few years, the companies have really mastered the art of recruiting, but now it's about engagement, it's about retention. How do we keep these people that you have so painstakingly and expensively hired? And the only way you can engage and retain people is by growing them, is by giving them good career opportunities inside the company and continuously challenging them. And so I call it the intellectual engagement is critical. And as older employees retire, it's also important to retain that organizational wisdom, and the wisdom best gets transferred from people to people.
So you say everyone can be a mentor, everyone needs a mentor. So that means everybody can get better at what they do or find new skills?
Absolutely. We all have some expertise that somebody in the world can truly benefit from. A lot of times what we know, we think is common sense, but I have realized in my life is how much I know that is really golden expertise for somebody else across the world. So everybody can be a mentor because they have life's experiences, successes and failures, and everybody needs a mentor because we don't know everything. And we can always learn from other people who have been there before us. And that is how we thrive as a generation. Families, communities, organizations, countries, you have to maintain a rich pipeline of people. One generation kind of hand-holding the next generation and keeping the knowledge and wisdom thrive.
So you have a bunch of companies, organizations already interested, like there's Stanford. What's going on here? Who is this?
Yeah, Stanford Business School is an excellent example. If you're a farmer and you kind of sow your seeds and kind of after a few months reap your crop, you don't stop there. You have to kind of create the next crop. So what Stanford Business School is doing is every quarter when they hire these new employees who are brought in from all over the world, they immediately assign them with mentors and have a 6-month program that these new recruits really learn what the culture of the Stanford Business School is, what are the things to really know to make their impact on the organization. So Stanford Business School has been doing mentoring as part of employee engagement and employee onboarding for more than 3 years, and they've just renewed it for 1 more year with MentorCloud.
And which are the other ones, like TIE? What is that?
Yeah, TIE is an entrepreneurship network. They are in 17 countries, 67 chapters, 13,000 members, both aspiring entrepreneurs as well as people who have successfully launched and sold companies. So TIE was doing mentorship manually. But with MentorCloud, the entire collective wisdom of their entrepreneurs has come together. Now, an entrepreneur in India can connect with a mentor in Silicon Valley. So that's where the mentoring beyond borders is really happening with TIE right now.
So is it only for a company to use within themselves, or is there some kind of cross-organization? How does it work? How would that work?
Yeah, so that's where MentorCloud is getting a lot of attention now, because I define MentorCloud as a global mentoring network. We don't have a place where all the expertise of the world is accumulated in one place. So organizations start with building their own mentoring networks, kind of getting their experts onto a place and connecting them with employees. But our technology allows these clouds to talk to one another. They can share mentors. Like I could be an alumni of Stanford Business School, also work at SAP, and I could have gone to a university in India. So how can I coexist in all of these different communities? That's what makes the union of all of these experts and mentors is what makes the network so powerful.
So how does it look? How does it look like?
Yeah, so here's an interface. It's actually white labeled to each organization. So as a mentor, the first thing, the system knows who I am, what I care about, and gives me some early recommendations of who the most likely mentees are. So here's my dashboard, and I get tracked. I can share insights. So these are the wisdom in terms of videos, articles, or conferences, and how many people are actually following my insights, and how many active mentorships I'm involved in. So we have put a real structure around mentorship. Like, Tricia is my mentee. We have decided to work for 3 weeks on a specific goal. I'm having conversations with her, and anytime I give her tasks, she's able to add it to a task list, and then also maintain a notebook. So that way there is accountability in this wisdom, and this conversation is being trapped. Normally when you meet in coffee shops, it's all going into air. So here the wisdom is getting captured, and it can be reused. So next time when a mentee approaches me, I can ask them to go read my all my prior insights, and then we can have a much richer conversation. Roundtable is where, as a mentor, I can lead a topic on wearable technology trends, where what are the conferences to follow, who are the people in the industry, and then the library is really bringing the collective wisdom together. And as an organization, I know who are my learners and who are my knowledge hubs, because I need to maintain that pipeline of talent to find the next generation of leaders. So this is the platform that is going to be launched in November. We already have a current platform that is being widely used all over the world. We have users in over 40 countries.
How many users?
So we have over 50,000 users.
And this is the current platform right now?
Yes, it's the current platform.
What kind of, is all the same functionality? Do you have new functionality in the new one, or what's going on?
So in the new one, we have introduced tagging. We are also introducing live video, and we're also introducing mentor-mentee rating. Because we all say I have mentored, but what has that done in terms of impact? So we are introducing more analytics and reports, so organizations can truly measure ROI of their investments in a platform like MentorCloud.
So the mentoring is it's kind of like a shortcut to knowledge and to expertise, right?
Exactly. Traditionally, if you go back in ancient times, we learned from each other. Books and everything came later. So it is the fastest way for people to learn. To observe a plumber or a carpenter in action or an artist in action is the best way to learn. And in this new day and age, when the attention on the digital media is so low, especially among the millennials, the only way to grab their attention is through inspiration, is by connecting them with other experts who can actually look eye to eye and teach them some skills that may take months and years to learn through these, other media like books and videos and so on.
So there's books, there's universities that might not be as fast as just talking with someone.
Yeah, because I found that in my research that it is impossible to document everything you know. There's so much expertise we have that we may not be good writers, and there are 70 million people that are going to retire from American companies in the next 10 years, and definitely those 70 million are not going to write 70 million books. So what's happening to all that expertise? So what can happen is when you connect these people to the younger generation, that's when the wisdom starts to flow. That's when the expertise comes out in context.
And this is very important politically also. Like I'm sure, like the president of France wants retiring generations work with young people and companies, and like all these people want this.
In fact, Singapore's founder actually said it that, look, the only way Singapore can thrive as a top economic powerhouse is when the current generation mentors the next. There's no other way to pass on the culture of creativity, innovation, hard work. So it is the secret behind organizations, communities, countries, and that's how we have thrived. So mentorship is a sustenance mechanism to keep your profession thrive. Doctors mentor because they don't want the healthcare profession to die after them. Teachers mentor because they want teaching to stay. Java programmers teach Java because they don't want them to be the last people on the planet who are doing Java programming. So mentoring is almost like a responsibility to see your profession thrive beyond you.
So mentors might enjoy being mentors, but is there a way to like pay them through your system? How does that work? Who's getting paid and where's the money?
Yeah, so the organizations actually implement MentorCloud as a value-added service to their employees because they're paying salaries to their employees. So it is their responsibility to make sure that they make their employees productive, engaged, and at the end of it, happy. Now, mentors, the real value is, I have grown in my career because I have helped other people grow. So mentors, it is their way to demonstrate their leadership skills, their impact on the company. So it directly impacts their own career.
It impacts their potential to, let's say, become the boss.
Exactly. I mean, in fact, if I asked a lot of CEOs, if you want to hire your CXOs and senior executives, their ability to grow others is the number one criteria, not their technical skills, not their other skills, but because you need to create that pipeline, like the farmer example I gave you, right? You have to create, because these leaders will retire and they'll go. You got to feed this machine and keep that organizational memory inside the organization.
So your company, you have a big vision. You want to have 100 million people on MentorCloud?
Yeah,
what you want?
Exactly. About 4 or 5 years ago, I almost I was on a flight that was that we averted a big disaster. So that's when I realized life is short, and I got to do something really impactful that the world really misses me. That was I want the world to miss me. So I said, okay, how can I do that? Is by having a very big vision that 100 million people get impacted, that their careers, that their aspirations are accelerated because of MentorCloud. So we want to facilitate those conversations, connect them across borders, and make it as easy as sharing a photo. Is how can I ask somebody a question that somebody that you can look in the eye, maybe if they're from the same country or same college or same interest, but how can you get 100 million people to reach their so-called destinations with the right mentorship and right resources? That's our vision of MentorCloud, mentoring beyond borders.
And also, when the mentor is right there, or in the company, it's organizing your time to how to meet the mentor, when, and stuff like that. Organizing, like synchronizing calendars. What is it?
Absolutely. So that's another interesting thing. When I interviewed mentors, like some people like to meet, face to face. Some people like to exchange emails. So we do provide multiple ways for mentors to share. If you told them the only way you can share your knowledge is going to Starbucks and spending 2-3 hours, that's not scalable. So giving mentors the ability to set calendars, to exchange emails, to record a video and send it to their mentee, giving them the tools that work for them, because mentors are also busy. So how do you make it scalable? Because I asked a lot of people during my interview processes, would you like to just pass away with all the knowledge in your head? Universally, everybody said no. But so everybody has the desire to share, and MentorCloud is making that a very efficient and effective process.
And the mentor and the MentorCloud shares only to his mentees, right?
Correct.
So it's like a small circle?
Correct. So I create my own circle. I've always said that just like companies have their own board of directors, all of us need our own personal board of mentors. Somebody to help us with technology, with personal life, with finances. So mentors can have their people that they really trust, because mentoring is really, if you look at the definition of it, is sharing what you know with the people you care about. So you can create a circle with the people that you care about and truly leave your legacy in them.
So how do mentees get connected with the mentors? That's because that's the main problem for some mentees, is how to get contact with the right mentor.
Yeah, that's today it is purely serendipity, and serendipity is not scalable. So we want to make it as easy as finding Starbucks. So the platform has a very intelligent matching algorithm. It looks at what your goals are, what your ambitions are, what your background is, what your heritage is, what books are you reading, and uses all of this information to say, hey, these are the top 3 mentors you should connect with. And it does it across your organizational boundaries. And if, as part of the global platform, it can show you a mentor from anywhere in the world.
For every field, every expertise, everything.
Exactly. A lot of times mentorship may start with something technical, but at the end of it, it's all about soft skills. and I want to learn how to manage people, how to deal with stress, how to manage work and life. So it is one of those things. It is as universal as sales. In fact, just like Salesforce came in and said, this is how you do sales. We are telling that we are kind of setting our stake in the ground and saying, this is how you learn, this is how you actually grow your people. This is the only way from people to people. And this is the most effective way. And it really creates a culture of sharing. IBM's Watson said, how can companies create economic value from knowledge? And mentorship is a strategy that every organization should use to get that knowledge out of people into the hands of the right people, so that sales can be faster, innovation can happen faster, and then this talent pipeline to keep the organizational memory can also keep thriving.
So it's how to empower your people, but how about getting new people? Hiring, like it's for finding new employees?
Exactly. So that's like I said, when these clouds can talk to one another. So some of our organizational, customers, they want to connect with universities. I hired my first 2 employees because they were my mentees when they were in school. So here is where recruiting can be extremely efficient, because you're not merely looking at a resume, you're looking at somebody's learning record. Who are that person's mentors? What books are they reading? What videos are they watching? So I get much more insights into an individual on a platform like MentorCloud. So it is an extremely powerful strategy to create a pipeline of mentees when they are in college who can be your most successful hires.